finally pop off. They'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll get...
Today, from Seattle, Washington, this is the National Football League. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Throwing to start the drive. Brandt. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Ready, 52 points.
To throw on second down. Brandt with a hook up here to Allen Robinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
After 4 years each in Jacksonville and Chicago, Allen Robinson made a big jump by joining the reigning champs. Hoping to shake off career lows from last season, get back to being a catch machine. Here's a catch for him there and a first down pickup.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Throwing on first down. Brandt. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A give up the middle to Akers. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers, but how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Brandt.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Let's go now. 53. 57.
On 4th down, Brandt. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Well, they miss an opportunity to put some points on the board on the opening drive. They pass on the field goal. What'd you think?
I'm looking at it from a positive standpoint for them. First drive of the game, they set the tone, right? They go downfield. They let them know how aggressive they're going to be all game long. Even though they don't get it, because it's the first drive of the game, you're not that worried about it. Hey, we've got plenty of other opportunities as this game moves on.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They're going to look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. It's a big play there for Seattle. 54 yards. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Back to throw again.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by David Long.
And the Rams are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On 3rd and 2, Brandt, man open, it's Kupp. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off play action. Brandt. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brandt. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Brandt
got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
On the ready. 56. Check 56.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a first and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
They'll run here with Akers.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brandt, he's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, Definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Penny. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now back to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Brandon Powell. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, a give to Penny, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is the tight end Fant. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The end result, 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Brandt to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Well, this red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Brandt. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Ooh, with a juke.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Flushed out right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Off the bootleg. Brandt on the move to his left. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Brandt.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
They'll run this with Akers.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down.
He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Rams take a 3-touchdown lead. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Gay is on for the point after. And it is now 21-0. That time a 6-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
60 vices, 60 vices.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. They set up the screen to Penny. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Brandt.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27.
A give, running right is Akers.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Off the bootleg, Brandt.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And this offense on third down today, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Brandt. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
2nd and 4. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Leaves it for Petty. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Back to throw now on first down.
Going right back to Fant. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Second down and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Dumps that off to Petty as running back. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go. Clock 40.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Well, one team clearly was in control from the start in this one, Charles. They had things humming on the offensive end, a few passing touchdowns, and then their secondary on defense really helped to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they certainly did, Brandon, and let's face it, it may be cliche, but that secondary, they brought their no-fly zone signs to this one, didn't they? Shut down everything in the airways, and conversely, their own offense had its way through the air. They made sure their passing game was humming.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.